Hi guys, welcome back. I'm going to be doing some work on the WPL truck and showing you the insides and what's easy to make this hobby grade. So let's get started. So usually there are 4 screws, 1, 2, and 3, 4, but these 2 I didn't want to actually have to take out every time. So I just do the front 2 on the bumper. There. That's how I get the body off, because it's a lot easier if I need to get in here. And then we're on the inside. So there's a servo I put in. Really easy to put in because they're basically designed to have a servo for the kit version. There's the servo. I use JST connectors because that's what this little $4 ESC from eBay used. JST. As you see, this was where the winch was, and then it went to there, and then out the front, but it didn't really work that well, so I took it out. I might do it in a next video coming up. As you can see, this one's freewheeling because still waiting for those metal drive shafts. They're taking forever to get here. So I was talking about in the first video I did was I put the fan in there to keep it cool, and I don't really use it right now because this motor doesn't heat up as bad as all the other motors I was using. So I thought I would open this up and kind of clean it a little because it is kind of dirty, but not too bad actually. Yeah. Another thing that was really easy was that the ESC fit in here. This is originally where the battery went. It would slide in here, there'd be a little flip up. I think you've probably seen other videos, but yeah. It would go in there. That's it. But these wouldn't really fit in there because it's too long for the holder to slide in there, sadly. Would have been nice, so then this would be empty. And then I would have this metal plate right there, but whatever. So then since the batteries were here, I had to move the back spare wheel from here to down here. It looks okay. I'll take this out because I want to kind of clean up this wiring. It's kind of a mess. Zip ties. Best answer for wiring problems. Yeah, that looks better. What I recommend for this is if you do get an 180 motor, make sure it fits, because like you'll buy this bigger 180 and then it won't fit in the ready to run version, so then you have to get something like this one on the left here. See how it's just barely shorter? It just fits so it doesn't hit this lip where the drive shaft connects onto. And I mean, it's not too much of a big deal. I had one, but if you don't get the smaller 180 motor, but as you can see, I've been stocking up on some 180s. I got this nice high RPM blue one for a race car here. I might put this in another WPL I'm getting. I'm getting the Russian truck-looking one. It's the B-24, I believe. Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna put this blue one instead of the kit one or this one. I gotta do an RPM check on this. Yeah, so on the RTRs, get a smaller 180 motor. I'm sorry, I cannot talk today. 180 motor, and then if you have the kit version, you can switch out whatever 180 motors you please. For servos, you have to just get a little dinky 9 gram servo. They're really cheap. They're like 99 cents off eBay. I got a little package deal, $5.99 for 5 of these. Pretty cheap. Free shipping, good stuff. You can use 7.4 with these drive shafts, but if you get metal ones, you can go up to 9.6, so you can use a bigger battery in there, or you can even use probably a 3S LiPo. So depending on how powerful you want this, for me a 2S LiPo or 7.4 volts is just fine. Seems to go through everything, doesn't get the motor stuck, has plenty of power, so I wouldn't recommend going up to 9.6, because I haven't seen how hot the motor gets with these, so pick and choose. I would use lithium ion or nickel metal hydride if you go 7.4, because a LiPo, yes, they're kind of big for one. Two, like I said before, I only use LiPos in planes. I'm not a huge fan of LiPos in cars, because they, car rolls over, kaboom. And I actually had a problem with this ESC. The switch wires had a little cut in the wire, I guess, because they broke inside the wire, like halfway up. So I just cut it off and then soldered on the two terminals to bridge them. Can't really see it though. Yeah, it's underneath. But so make sure with your switches. That's why I usually just cut these ESCs switches off, because otherwise it can lead to problems, because it wouldn't bind properly, because it would be glitching on and off, so it couldn't work properly. So then instead I just went through the power of the whole system and just put this main switch in, which works pretty well. I mean, sometimes it doesn't exactly, if you roll over, it'll turn itself off because it's a toggle switch, but it's not terrible. I would recommend something simple. These work okay. Simple slide switch. I guess you could use a button switch. I don't know if I have one here. They make a little bit bigger version of this, but you could use a button switch. I guess it would work just fine. These are pretty cheap too, so I think one of my coming up videos is going to be putting the lights in. I guess I could install the lights now, but I don't have any battery packs yet for this. But I guess I'll install them today. Forget they're up here. So these are the normal yellowish light bulb. I like the yellow look. It looks more scale to me than the bluish LEDs they have in here. Just kind of let the hot glue dry. So that's one. And these bulbs heat up a little, so you can actually glue on them if they don't exactly fit all the way in your vehicle. But also check what the voltages is for those light bulbs, because these ones are 6 volts. So I can use AA's or some form of battery pack now, instead of like sometimes they're 2 to 3 volts each, but sometimes they're only 1.5, so you gotta put them in series to get them so they don't burn out. Series is when you connect the 2 wires here, so you got 2 on each one, and you connect them like this, and then these are 2 that go to the battery, so just so you know. So now we gotta cable manage, because otherwise it'll be flopping all over, and you don't want that. I guess it didn't used to bother me, but now that it kind of does, because I'll take this to an RC show or with friends, and, you know, I'll open it up and show them what I did. If you're just starting out in the RC hobby, I would highly suggest getting circuitry books and going online, like on YouTube here, and looking up, I bet you guys already do, for tech tips and RC tips, what to do, what not to do. I'm fairly new-ish to the hobby. I've been doing it for almost 2 years, at least for hobby grade, because, well, I just haven't had the money recently. But now I do, and now I can do this. So there. Now the lights are in there. I bet I can just use a really weak 9 volt. Oh, that's too weak. How's that look? There we go. They're not as bright as they are on camera, but they just look better in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. So I'm gonna also have, there's gonna also be a brake LED on here. It's just gonna be more like a taillight instead of actually functioning brake. So that's that. What next? I would install drive shafts if I had them, but I didn't. Oh yeah, one thing I found with mine is people say that these little white collars or whatever could pop out. I've not had that problem, so I mean, might just depend on quality control. I'm not completely sure. Yeah, they don't seem to pop out. But I think the reason my back drive shaft broke was because, see, in the front here, it's not really worn on the knuckle, if that makes sense to you. I'll zoom in. See that knuckle? It's got two little pins running through it, and the plastic around it wore down, so it snapped and then threw the drive shaft around. But see, I guess there's not as much weight on the front as there is on the back, with at least mine, because it's from batteries are. I mean, it's not too heavy, maybe like half pound. These things aren't that heavy. But now that I know that these go through a lot of stress, I'm going to, when I get the other WPL B24, I'm getting the kit version, so I'll assemble that on video. It won't be time-lapse though, so. But I'll get the model drive shafts with it, so then I'll just install them right then and there, so we don't have to worry about this in the future. The kit version has the soft tires, so I don't need to get that. I need to get another ESC though, because I put the other one in the Mustang. I'll make another video about that, probably a driving video. Haven't painted it yet, I haven't had time. And the B24, I'm also going to put the 18650s, but see, the cab flips up, so then I'll have room in the front, so it'll be a lot easier to fit these. And these last a long time. They're still at 7.6, and these are supposed to be a nominal voltage of 7.4. So I've also been thinking, since the drive shafts are pretty easy to pop out, I was thinking, because I live here in Wisconsin, and it's very cold during the winter, and you get a lot of snow. I was thinking if I put skis on the vehicle. So I'll disconnect the drive shafts because they're just little Allen screws, and then I could put skis on it. I mean, these are really supposed to be my plain skis, but they would work on here. I mean, I just want to try it. I saw on eBay yesterday they made the B1, that military looking truck, with snow tracks. Like, it was tracks. It was like $50, but it was with tracks, and I'm like, cool. but they don't, I guess they just don't sell that. I think it's a different company. Same basic model from WPL, but different company who makes this wheel part. Go check it out. It doesn't really have a name. I just typed in WPL looking for sales on the B24. It's only like $34 for the kit, so I'll be getting that soon. Yeah. Well, that's it for this video. Next video is going to be the running video of the Mustang. Whoops. I had to fix another issue on this. See how this wheel, it used to go up and down a lot, but now it doesn't do it as much, so that's good. And then I had to fix the magnets again. I used a different type of glue. Well, it doesn't seem to work. I guess I didn't put on the chassis. Whoops. But yeah, see how it sticks on there? Sticks on there pretty good. So that'll be running video of this. I put the windshield back in because I figured out the magnet problem and how they get the body off easy, because I didn't want to modify the bottom chassis for the battery compartment, because I want to leave it somewhat original, because I do like the way this looks. It's not sleeker, it's just, I like it. I gotta fix the magnet. So yeah, that'll be running video of this. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe.